Hi, good day and welcome Dr. Wong and everyone that will be watching this video. We are from G19 and we will be presenting about bio-based infant nutrition additives, which is microalgae as DHA.
The problem statement here is infant nutrition is a highly sensitive area because infants are extremely vulnerable and rely on caregivers and manufacturers. The market is moving towards bio-based additives such as plant-derived DHA to replace animal-based or synthetic ingredients. While these have sustainability benefits, but they also raise serious ethical concerns. And the main ethical issue here is to ensuring that all the additives are safely tested, nutritionally complete, and also clinically proven. Poor testing or misleading health claims can lead to long-term development issues. And our ethical dilemma is therefore balancing the innovation and also sustainability while keeping infant health as the top priority.
Okay, so moving on. The ethical challenge in this business arises from the increasing use of bio-based DHA in infant nutrition. While innovation offers a potential benefits, there is a strong commercial pressure for rapid market entry, which can lead to shortcuts in safety validation. This creates risk that products may reach infants without sufficient long-term safety evidence. In addition, marketing terms such as natural or plant-based can be misleading, causing parents to assume a product is automatically safer. These issues raise serious ethical concerns when the end users are infants who cannot consent or protect themselves.
Firstly, this is an ethical bio-based company focused on infant nutrition. The company is established with the primary goal of supporting infant health and safety through responsibly produced nutritional ingredients. The business produces plant-based DHA and prebiotic additives, which are essential components in infant formula and baby food products. These ingredients are designed to support infant growth and development while meeting strict food safety standards. The company supplies food-grade and high-purity ingredients to infant formula and baby food manufacturers. DHA in this business is produced via microalgae fermentation using Schizochytrium species. The microalgae are cultivated in controlled fermentation tanks. The final product is free from ocean-borne contaminants, including heavy metals, PCBs, and dioxins. This significantly improves the safety profile of the ingredient for infant consumption. The company prioritizes infant health regulatory compliance and transparency. This includes strict adherence to food safety regulation, thorough safety validation, and clear communication with manufacturer and stakeholders.
Okay, moving on. Why microalgae DHA? So DHA is an essential fatty acid that supports the brain and visual development during early life, which is why commonly added in infant formula. DHA has been sourced from fish oil, traditionally. However, fish-based sources raise concerns related to sustainability and the potential presence of ocean-borne contaminants. Microalgae are actually the original sources or producers of DHA, which is fish that obtained through the food chain. By sourcing the DHA directly from the microalgae, we can achieve a more sustainable, controlled, and ethically responsible ingredient that better protects the infant health.
This slide shows the ethical framework guiding the development of bio-based infant nutrition products. The first principle is non-maleficence, which focuses on avoiding harm through strict ingredient selection, comprehensive safety testing, and compliance with international infant food regulations. The second principle, beneficence, ensures that ingredients are used only when they provide clear and proven nutritional benefits and that nutritional adequacy is not compromised for commercial reasons. Finally, the precautionary principle addresses uncertainty associated with novel bio-based ingredients by adopting conservative dosage levels, extended testing, and ongoing post-market monitoring to protect infant health.
The primary stakeholder is infants. Their health and development are directly affected by the safety and quality of these ingredients. Ethically, infants are a highly vulnerable population. Any negligence in safety can have a long-term effect on brain development, immune function, and overall health. Pediatricians play an important role in providing parents with dietary and medical advice for infants. Ethically, they are responsible for recommending only scientifically proven and safe infant nutrition products. Parents rely on correct labeling and harness claim to make informed choices that protect and preserve their infants' health and well-being. Ministry of Health Malaysia is responsible for monitoring, approving, and enforcing infant nutrition safety standards to ensure strict regulatory compliance, prevent health hazards, and maintain public trust. Raw material suppliers are accountable for biosafety, food-grade quality, traceability, and effective contamination controls. Investors provide financial supports and influence strategic direction while expecting strong safety governance and risk management to protect ethical standards. Local communities has an ethical responsibility to ensure fair labor practices, environmental protection, and community welfare.
Next, this slide highlights the regulatory and standards framework governing infant nutrition products in Malaysia. The Food Act 1983 provides the legal authority to regulate food preparation, sale, and labeling to ensure product safety. This is supported by food safety oversight under the Ministry of Health, which ensures that ingredients used in infant nutrition are proven safe and compliant with national regulations. The Food Regulations 1985 specify compulsory requirements, acceptable ingredients, contaminant limits, and labeling standards. Ingredients such as DHA must be supported by scientific evidence and proper safety documentation to prevent misleading claims. In addition, good good manufacturing practices and HACCP is implemented across all stages of production to ensure consistent safety, traceability, and credibility of infant nutrition products.
Our operations are designed around safety, ethics, and also compliance. So the first operation is raw material, where the plant-based DHA from certified microalgae are sources from ethical suppliers. The second one is production, GMP and HACCP compliant, sterile fermentation, purification, and formulation to avoid any contamination, and batch level testing to ensure that nutritional correctness and consistency. The third one is quality control, such as the microbiological, heavy metal, and stability tests to guarantee infant safety. Next is the traceability, where we use digital batch records and supplier audits, ensure transparency and quick recall capability if there's any need. And the last operation is ethical integrations, where our operations prioritize infant safety over cost, responsible marketing, and continuous ethics training for staff.
Our go-to-market strategy follows a regulatory first and trust-driven approach. Market entry begin with B2B model, supplying microalgae ingredients to established infant formula manufacturers rather than direct consumer sales, which reduce ethical and regulatory risk. The launch is phased, starting with pilot trial and limited partnership, and scaling only after safety validation and regulatory readiness. Strategic partnership with experienced manufacturers allow us to leverage existing quality systems and market trust. Trust building is reinforced through science-based positioning, full transparency of safety data, alignment with healthcare professionals, and third-party verification such as GMP and HACCP supported by robust post-market surveillance.
Our company track both of the commercial performance and also ethical responsibility of our business using the key performance indicators, because in the field of infant nutrition, ethics is not an optional. It is integral to every decision. Every batch of our products undergoes rigorous testing, and we maintain 100% compliance rate with zero recalls, ensuring that highest level of safety for infants. All of our suppliers are fully certified and audited annually, guarantee that our raw materials are sourced responsibly, traceably, and sustainably. We also actively minimize environmental impact throughout the production process, maintain the full transparency of clinical validation data to ensure that marketing is truthful and evidence-based. Customer certification is continuously monitored and maintained above 90%, and we are committed to expanding access to low and middle income families so that high-quality infant nutrition is accessible to all. So these KPIs allows us to measure ethics just as rigorously and financially performance, demonstrating to regulators, parents, and healthcare professionals that our business is accountable, transparent, and deeply committed to infant safety.
And for our ethical marketing strategy, we focus on responsible communication. We avoid emotional or fear-based claims and do not compare our products with breastfeeding. All messaging is evidence-based and aligned with regulatory standards. Full transparency is maintained with manufacturing partners to ensure trust, accuracy, and ethical accountability. Okay, next, this slide presents our 5-year financial performance alongside a breakdown of key costs and their ethical relevance. In year 1, as you can see, the business experienced a financial loss due to high startup and compliance costs, including controlled microalgae cultivation, laboratory setup, certification, and third-party safety testing. These costs are intentionally incurred to ensure infant safety and regulatory compliance. As shown in the graph, revenue increases steadily as B2B, business to business, supply contracts are established. While the cost stabilize over time, the break-even is achieved around year 3, indicating a transition from initial ethical investment to sustainable operations. Overall, this financial structure demonstrates that prioritizing safety, transparency, and ethical governance may delay profitability, but it significantly reduces long-term risk and supports responsible growth in infant nutrition.
Risk management in our business is not simply a financial exercise, but it is an ethical obligation that guides every operational decision that we make. So the first one is that the risks are addressed by conducting pre-market testing, independent laboratory verification, and continuous post-market monitoring, ensuring that every product reaching the consumer is safe and reliable. Second one is regulatory risks are mitigated through early consultation with authorities, regular compliant audits, and alignment with internationally recognized standards such as Codex and GMP, so that any change in regulation does not compromise product approval or safety. For supply chain risks, controlled through traceable sourcing, ethical supplier audits, and continuous monitoring, preventing any disruptions or unethical practice from affecting our products. Reputational and trust are minimized by ensuring that all claims are evidence-based, fully transparent, and communicated responsibly to parents, healthcare professionals, and also for regulators. For financial and market risks, particularly the high cost of ethical compliance, are managed with careful budgeting, fast production scaling, and partnerships with impact-driven investors. This comprehensive approach makes risk management not only a strategic tool, but an ethical imperative, protecting infant, preserving stakeholder trust, and also ensuring that our business is sustainable in long
This
term.
company is expected to enhance infant health and safety by ensuring that all plant-based DHA and prebiotic supplements undergo rigorous testing and comply with infant nutrition safety standards. Evidence-based claims and transparent communication are anticipated to strengthen trust among caregivers and healthcare professionals. From a commercial perspective, the company is likely to achieve ethical differentiation by prioritizing infant safety as its core value. This may enhance brand credibility, facilitate regulatory approval, and attract impact-driven investors and responsible strategic partners. For the environmental part, the project adopts sustainable microalgae cultivation and plant-based raw materials, reducing reliance on animal and marine DHA sources. This approach supports environmental sustainability while maintaining high food-grade safety standards without compromising infant well-being.
Okay, so concluding this presentation, we can see that infant nutrition demands a higher level of ethical responsibility due to the vulnerability of infants and the irreversible consequences of safety failures. By sourcing DHA from microalgae, this business offers a safer and more sustainable alternative while maintaining strict regulatory compliance. The ethics are embedded throughout the business model, from sourcing and production to marketing and financial planning. Ultimately, this approach demonstrates that prioritizing safety, transparency, and ethical accountability is not a barrier to success, but a foundation for long-term trust and commercial viability. That is all from us. Thank you.